This is the future of luxury mobility. The 2027 Oldsmobile 442 W30E.
Stop what you are doing right now and look at this. For 2 decades, we've been told that Oldsmobile is dead and buried, a casualty of GM's history. But rumors never truly die, and legends just wait for the right moment to respawn. This isn't a restoration. This isn't a retro mod. This is perhaps the most audacious, controversial, and stunning resurrection in automotive history. They didn't just bring back the brand, they slapped the holiest nameplate in their arsenal onto a futuristic electric super sedan. Welcome to the impossible. Welcome to the 2027 Oldsmobile 442 W30 EV concept. And yes, we need to talk about that grille, intro, and the weight of the name. What's going on, new car fam? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we are diving deep into something that frankly, nobody saw coming. When I first saw these images land in my inbox, I thought it was a high-quality fan render, but the noise surrounding this project is getting too loud to ignore. General Motors is currently undergoing an electric revolution, utilizing their Ultium platform for everything from Hummers to Cadillacs. But bringing back Oldsmobile? That is a massive gamble. Before we dissect this design, you have to understand the gravity of the name. Quote, "In the golden age of muscle cars, those numbers meant something visceral: a 4-barrel carburetor, a 4-speed manual transmission, and dual exhausts. The quote, one chas option was the ultimate performance package: ram air induction, a hotter cam, sheer American V8 violence. So, how do you translate that analog brutality into the digital EV era? Is it blasphemy to put that badge on a silent electric car? Or is it the only way to save the legacy? Let's look at the metal, or rather, the electrons, and find out." Exterior design analysis. The front end. Look at the stance of this thing. This is not a bubbly, wind tunnel-shaped economy EV. This has presence. It looks predatory. The front end is dominating the conversation right now. In an era where most EVs are deleting their grilles entirely, Oldsmobile has gone the other way. It features a massive textured faux grille area. Why? It's a nod to the past, sure, but it also grounds the car, giving it a face that looks aggressive rather than robotic. But the real drama is in the lighting signature. Look at those massive blue LED C-channels flanking the fascia. They act almost like air intakes for light. They frame that central Oldsmobile rocket logo perfectly. It's an incredibly bold, futuristic interpretation of a muscle car face. It's saying, quote 2, side profile and rear, the muscle car proportions. Moving to the side profile, this is where the quote 3 heritage tries to break through the modern sedan architecture. It's a 4-door, yes, but the roofline is aggressively raked. It's almost a sportback design. Pay attention to the rear haunches, the way the bodywork flares out over those massive rear wheels. That is classic muscle car DNA. It looks planted, wide, and ready to launch. The wheels themselves are turbine style, intricate, and huge, filling those arches completely, which is essential for a concept car to look right. The surfacing along the doors is clean, almost liquid metal. It doesn't have 50 different creases and folds like some modern designs. It relies on smooth, muscular volume. It looks expensive. It looks like it belongs parked next to a Lucid Air Sapphire or a Porsche Taycan, but with a distinct American bruising quality. Redefining the 442 for 2027. Now, this is the critical part of the video. If this thing makes it to production in 2027, what does 442 mean when there's no carburetor and no exhaust? We have to speculate based on what GM is currently capable of with their top-tier Ultium tech. Here's my proposal for the new 442 definition. The first 4-wheel independent motor vectoring. We aren't talking dual motors here. To wear the W30 badge, This needs a quad-motor setup, similar to what we see in ultimate performance EVs. This allows for precision torque vectoring that an old solid-axle muscle car could only dream of. The second quote, 6. A sub 4 second 0 to 60 time. Wait, that's too slow for 2027. Let's aim higher. How about 4-digit horsepower? If Tesla and Lucid are pushing 1,000 horsepower, the ultimate Oldsmobile has to be in that conversation. 1,000 horsepower, 4 motors. That feels like a W30. And the Katz quote 7 how? 2 distinct personalities. We need a drive mode selector that genuinely transforms the car. A Katz quote H mode that turns it into a tire shredding track weapon, and a quote 9 AS mode that leverages magnetic ride control for a cloud-like experience. And the W30 package? In the old days, it was about airflow. In 2027, it's about electron flow. The W30 should be an advanced 800-volt or higher architecture, allowing for blistering charging speeds and sustained high-output performance without overheating the battery pack after one drag strip run. The verdict? Nostalgia versus progress. So where does this leave us? This concept is walking an incredibly tightrope. There is a massive segment of the audience that will hate this on principle. They will say that an electric 442 is a betrayal of what Oldsmobile stood for. And I get that. The rumble of a V8 is an emotional experience that an electric wine cannot replace. However, brands cannot survive on nostalgia alone. If Oldsmobile is to return, it cannot just be building tribute cars to the 1970s. It has to look forward. Look at this design again. It manages to capture the swagger of a muscle car without being retro. It looks heavy, powerful, and substantial. It doesn't look like a delicate piece of technology. It looks like a blunt instrument of speed. And isn't that exactly what a muscle car is supposed to be? Conclusion and call to action. GM has the technology to build this car right now. They have the platform. They have the battery tech. The question isn't quote 10, it's should they? Is the world ready for the return of Oldsmobile as a premier electric performance brand? Does that massive light-up front end work for you? Or is it trying too hard? I want to hear your voice down in the comments. Is using the 442 name on an EV genius marketing or sacrilege? Let me know. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the future of American muscle, smash that like button. It really helps the channel out. Subscribe if you're new here so you don't miss the next reveal. Thanks for watching New Car, and I'll see you in the next one. Optimization section. Option 1. Focus on conflict, shorts controversy, high CTR potential. Title. They brought Oldsmobile back from the dead and made it an EV, the 2027 442 W30. Description. General Motors shocks the automotive world with a concept that resurrects a dead brand. We do a deep dive review of the stunning Oldsmobile 442 W30 EV concept. Is using this legendary muscle car nameplate on an electric vehicle brilliance or blasphemy? We analyze the design, speculate on the insane 1,000 plus horsepower specs, and redefine what 442 means for the future. Option 2. Focus on specs or performance. Title. 1,000 horsepower quad motor muscle, the new Oldsmobile 442 W30 EV concept revealed. Description. The muscle car is reborn. Join us for a full overview of the aggressive new 2027 Oldsmobile 442 W30 EV. We break down the stunning exterior design, the massive blue light signatures, and speculate on the GM Ultium performance specs that could make this a Tesla-plaid killer. The legend returns silently. Option 3. Focus on design future. Title. The most controversial car of 2027. Why the Oldsmobile 442 EV changes everything. Description. Oldsmobile is back, and it looks like nothing else on the road. In this new car review, we analyze the incredibly bold design language of the Oldsmobile 442 W30 EV concept. How do you translate analog V8 heritage into a digital electric future? We explore the design cues, the futuristic tech, and why this car might just save American muscle. Tags: Oldsmobile 442 EV, Oldsmobile W30 2027, New Car Review, Concept Car 2027, GM Ultium, Electric Muscle Car, Future EVs, Automotive News, Car Design Analysis, 1000 Horsepower EV, Oldsmobile Resurrection, General Motors EV Strategy, Electric Super Sedan, 442 Meaning, Hashtags, $Oldsmobile 442 W30, Electric Vehicle, Concept Car, New Car Muscle Car GM Future Tech Auto Review.